how do we find deals in our area about where we can go for holidays for winter?
Well, right now you have to realize that if you're traveling during the holidays, it is the most expensive time of year to travel. So average airfares are running at about $454 round trip. So it's expensive. If you want to find some really good deals and you've got flexibility in your schedule, try to travel during the dead weeks. This is the first 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January, which ironically, even though we're right in the middle of the holidays, is the cheapest time of year to travel because volume is so low. So if you can rearrange your schedule, do that. Another thing that you can do to soften the blow of high holiday prices is to put all your holiday charges for travel and for dining on the right credit card. For example, the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card is offering 2 points per dollar spent on dining and travel. And what's good about that is that you're earning points, even though you're spending quite a lot of money this year. You're earning those points that you can put into a nice little kitty to have for next year when you're looking at a summer vacation or maybe waiting all the way until the holidays again.
Well, that sounds great. So now that we know how to maybe cut costs when purchasing our tickets or making our plans, how can we go about navigating through airport crowds a little faster and avoiding long lines?
Right. Well, I think that one thing that people may forget this year is that this is the holiday gift giving season, and a lot of people think that they should bring gifts with them when they travel. And in my book, that's a big no-no. Because if you put those gifts in your bags when you're going through airport security, sometimes they're funny little shapes, sometimes they're wrapped in foil. That kind of thing throws off airport security. So they're going to hold you up for a secondary screening, which is something that everybody wants to avoid. So don't travel with gifts. Send gift cards this year, or wait until you get to your destination to do some shopping.
So what do you think about shipping your presents? Do you think that's another way to go?
Well, I think shipping presents is a very good idea. Shop online ahead of time and have those gifts shipped to your destination so you don't have to put them in your carry-on bag or in your checked luggage. But when it comes to shipping luggage, a lot of people think that maybe it's a smarter idea to ship their luggage instead of checking it on the plane. But I've done some reporting on that recently, and it's actually very expensive to ship a 30-pound bag. If you traveled across the country and you shipped a bag across the country, it could cost about $200 if you shipped it overnight. The least expensive option, which is 5-day ground, would cost probably about $50 each way, which is still twice what you'd pay the airline to check that bag, which is $25 for that first checked bag.
Gotcha. Now, Chris, we've talked about flying. We've talked about whether or not you should ship your luggage. But what should you do once you actually get to your destination? Let's say you cannot bring yourself to stay with your family or your in-laws and
Right.
absolutely want to get a hotel. How can you go about making sure you find a hotel that has reasonable rates for you and your family?
Sounds like you've experienced a little bit of that stress before. Well, what's surprising to a lot of folks is that hotels are very, very inexpensive during the holidays. They're typically full of business travelers. That's what drives the business for hotels. Well, they stay home with their families during the holidays. So, a big downtown urban hotel, nice hotel, or even a suburban hotel that doesn't have very many business travelers is ready to wheel and deal with you. If you want to stay, nearby your family, but not, and visit during the day, but then head out to a hotel at night. So call the hotel directly and see what you can negotiate, or go to websites like hotwire.com or travelzoo.com that specialize in last-minute fares or last-minute rates at hotels. I also like a new travel app called Hotel Tonight, which kind of amasses all the last-minute deals that night in whatever town you're in and lets you know where they are, and you can book it right from your iPhone.
Well, that is wonderful, Chris. You are just chock full of travel information. Thank you so much for being on the show today, Chris, and happy holidays to you.
Same to you.